Right, we're back, Secret Sister, on the All-Purpose podcast, and we're talking about the young boy that's lost his life in Lewisham, and my friend who lost her life about 4 weeks ago from Battersea. Her name is Marley, and boy, I'm just hearing tragedy after tragedy. I've got another one here. Whew, it's breathtaking. Friend Maureen, another Battersea, and Maureen is Marlene's neighbour. Can you believe that? They're neighbours. When I say neighbours, there is about 20 doors between them, but we'll call them neighbours because they've got to pass each other's door to even go to the shop. Excuse me, people, dry throat. I'm hungry too. I didn't even have breakfast yet. I need to what, 1 o'clock. Yes, this is a big up to my friend Maureen, who's been a mother to me and a grandmother to my kids. She has shared herself from the start, from when I've had both of my pregnancies, and she is supposed to be my mum's friend. But I don't think my mum is a good friend to Maureen. Not at all. Not at all. I don't think my mum has checked up on her friend. My friend Maureen has been looking after her mum for 2 years and more. She's given up her living room. Her mum had dementia. She's had carers. She's had everything for her mum, caring for her mum in the best way that you're supposed to care. I want my kids to care for me. For sure, for sure, for sure. Number one treatment. Yeah. My friend Maureen gives, and she's got three other children and a granddaughter, I believe. And she is the most beautifulest mother and friend to me and my children. And I think she was a good friend to my mum, but my mum doesn't know how to be a good friend. But anyway, my friend Maureen has lost her mum, yeah, last week. Gloria, born on the 20th of March 1937, passed on the 7th of July 2025. 7 7. Now, that is a date to remember. Yeah. And Gloria, she was a lovely lady too. I would see her all the time at the supermarket. If I'm just even on the bus passing, she'll never forget me. Very humble lady, very quiet lady, no matter how people say, oh, my mom was moaning and whatever. Listen, if you for 2 years will give up your whole home and life to look after your mum, these people ain't short of a penny. She could have put her mum in a home. But when you love your mum, you do the right thing. You understand? You do the right thing. And she did the right thing. And I'm bigging up Gloria and I'm bigging up Maureen, her daughter, and all of them because the grandkids have lost their grandmother. She did live a good life until 80 and change. So that's a good life to live. And it's just comforting to know that, there is love out there for other moms. Even though I mean, I love my mother. Yeah. That yuck. But my kids love me. Yeah. My kids love me and I love them. I mean, I have no favorite, no matter who look what and who have daddy. I don't care about all of that. I love them unconditionally. You understand? My kids can come to me about anything, the good, the bad, the ugly. I will reason about it. Yeah? Even if me have a cost look a piece, that's my job. I'm the mum. You understand? So, wow. All these losses that are coming, even though not all of them I know, the boy from Lewisham, but I'm a mum. And a 12-year-old is still a baby. So it doesn't matter how old the person is, even if you know that somebody's ill, you understand? You still kind of feel, oh, they're not here no more. And some people get late reaction when it comes to death. You understand what I'm saying? Not all the time feel it that day, or even at the funeral. I've already said, uh, you know, uh, this your thing, death is not something, but I think sorting it out and putting it on paper is definitely me. I ain't take no check. Me and my kids sit down. I've sorted out my life. I'm not going to make my kids struggle and try and put me in a hole. You understand? Definitely. And people trying to have no debt, leave your picnic them. Don't have no debt because that debt has to be cleared before you even get in the hall. I'm hearing from my friend, I've never buried anyone, so I don't know what money, fam. Everything is money. To have it there, so to have horse and carriage. How deep you want the hole? I didn't even know you have to pay more for a casket because the casket is a bigger hole than a coffin. You have to pay for a little more inch. Jeez. So death is maybe more expensive than living because you're spending the money in less time than if you lived. Do you understand what I'm saying? The chunk of money that you're giving away for a funeral, I don't think you have to give that up much away for a mortgage. But people, the loss, people are moving, people are shaking, yeah, people are leaving, and you know, sometimes you just don't even. Another person on that same road in Battersea, my cousin Glenda, her husband Tyson, who was a very very nice man. Now Marlene, Tyson, and Maureen, Gloria all live on the same road. All of that. So even though they're neighbors, neighbors become friends and almost can become family depending on how you live with the neighborhood. But then you have this respect for people in it. And once you respect people, there's going to be feelings there if they sick or if they pass. So, yo, this is a big up to all the soldiers and soldierettes that are not here anymore. You know, you left your nice little carbon footprint, and sometimes the good go first because there's some wickedness that is left and leaving its remnants. But God will deal with them within time. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? God will deal with them. And I'm giving a big virtual hug to all the people that have had a loss, even the people that may not know, the new listeners, the old listeners. Yeah? Turn around and give your people them. Can you hear my washing machine? Oh my days. Yeah, you must have to tell your people them you love them. Yeah? Not worth telling people to tell people that, oh, I do love my child. Oh, let them know that I do love them. No. Be confident. Yeah? Be confident. Yeah? Even if you haven't spoken to your child for a long time, yeah? You're hearing a 12-year-old is gone. So that mum hasn't got even thoughts in her head how to even talk back to her child. So even mums, yeah, I know it's difficult. Dads, I know it's difficult. You understand? And even for myself, yeah, I told you I don't get on with my family. You understand what I'm saying to you? I don't get on with my mum and dad. Yeah, I've never called them mum and dad. You understand? The people them is weird. I may have to detach myself from that weirdness. You understand? And hence why I've got the relationship with my boys because they don't see no poison behavior. You understand? And I call it poison because all it does is make you miserable for your kids. And when you're miserable, they feel it and they become miserable kids. You know, I'm not saying don't have a bad day. Yeah, not every day is going to be good with family. It's not. But when they're gone, they're gone. I miss my cousin Gary. Oh, just talking about him. Just talking about my cousin Darren Johnson, who was unalived. Yeah? But stupidness. Once again, young people, they've gone out, they're meant to be having a good time. It's carnival weekend. And just foolishness, argument, you might take something and it make your head gone. Your head trigger now. You're more angry than you usually be angry because sometimes you take things, it amps it up a little bit. And, I thought when I see the person that took my cousin's life, because I never go to the trial, it was at the Old Bailey, it was actually a public thing. And when I go to look at the guy, I thought I was going to see a monster because you think it's only a monster could do it. It's a normal Asian brother. And, he's not even a street boy. He is an estate agent. So how much of your life that you lost because he's come out of jail now? My cousin is still gone. Yeah, my cousin is still gone. And I miss him. I've got photos right now looking at my cousin. I've been on holiday with my cousin. He just changed his nappy. I know that he's not here. He's crazy. It's crazy, but life goes on. I don't want to start crying because I've already cried on this one podcast already. Been I cry again. But people, like I say, I'm saying this for myself too. I'm gonna maybe have to be brave and holler at some people. But like I'm thinking, boy, we're gonna have to hold a big meds on this one because I don't know. You understand how I would delegate, how I would want to. Because some people, as much as you want to even just have a good word with them, they might not want that good word with you. So it has to be equal. And sometimes you don't know. If you haven't been speaking to someone for a very long time, how would you know if they want to talk to you? You understand? And you might be in a really good mood and try and make that move, and they just, you understand what I'm saying? Make it 10 times worse. But trying is trying, and the older you get, well, for me anyway, things just go over my head. They never make it bother me. You understand what I'm saying? I don't make it affect me because sometimes, as you heard, misery likes company. So some people, when you're happy enough and you just cool, that upsets some people because they're not in a good place. Yeah, and because you've got the courage, that makes them jealous and think, oh, I wish I could have done it, or I wish I was like her or him. That just makes things flow and just come with a. Some people find it difficult to say sorry. You understand? Some people give it hard to give you eye contact. Do you understand what I'm saying? And some people find it hard to be the first. They want someone to do something for them to react, yeah, or a reaction for them to move. You understand me, no, follower, me a leader. So if I want to do it, I'm just going to do it anyway and suffer the consequences. If you want to diss me in that, I can just say, well, I had a go. But yes, people, my belly is like growling and thinking that my throat cut. You understand what I'm saying? So I'm going to love you, leave you, but I want to leave a thought for everybody. You understand? Reach out. Yeah? Don't feel no way if you get a shut door. At least you know you did. Could be someone that you and them have talked for a very long time. And I'm taking my own advice, people. I'm taking my own advice. I mean, I've reached out to people and it's worked out. You understand? I think it's the way that I talk. I'm quite funny in it. I just have to try and break the ice that way. But do your thing. Even if you don't want to call the person, send a text. Yeah? And people don't feel when you send texts on WhatsApp, right? And you don't get those two blue ticks, the person ain't ready. You don't need the two blue ticks nowadays, people. The person will see the message. Yeah. Voice notes, I'm not so sure. They have to maybe play them. But remember, everything is logged. Yeah, if it's not in the cloud, it's going to be in your gallery. So it's there. Even if you don't want the person to know that you've acknowledged them. Don't feel no way. Secret Sister is here anyway, and we'll be podding casting on the All Purpose very soon again. But listen, people, like I said, I have to start my Sunday dinner talk, the picnic I'm gonna cuss now. Big up to all the people that I mentioned. Gloria, Maureen's mother, yeah, who has passed on the 7th of July, 7-7. The young man in Lewisham lost his life by a tragic fire in Lewisham. Yeah, that is now a crime scene. Then you've got my friend Marley, who tragically lost her life. Yeah. But at the same time, people, we are here and we can do something for us and live better and maybe move better. Yeah. Don't start something that you can't finish. Because when there's no ending and no closure, that's the worst thing. But anyway, big up yourself, enjoy the sun. Don't get too flustered in the sun. And bus drivers, I beg you, though, have a word with on the governor and get some nice clothes for the ladies. These bus driver ladies wearing 15 denier tight shirt, jumper, plus the wig, plus the eyelash and the nose. Yo, fam, that is a wedger thing every day. And then drive bus in. Some of them today even got air conditioning in that little club. But my Michael say he don't have air conditioning. But my Michael's higher. You understand? He's not some little, you get me? So because you're the boss man, Mike, that's why maybe you're getting good buses. But some of them bus drivers, listen, there's no air conditioning. I'd be frightened to get on a bus with a driver that's too hot. Listen, if I ever get on a bus, I'm saying, driver, see one drink here, see one ice drink here. Forget me to my little four bus stop. Because people on there relying on the one man to get them to their destination. Listen, me, I know how to be kind. If I was getting on bus regular, I buy the bus driver a water and make sure it cools up. And then when I get off, my driver, at least I got to my destination. But you never know what they could pass out while they're driving the bus. That's just my thoughts on stuff. But anyway, I kept saying bye about 59 times now. I'm going 60th time. Peace out, people. Stay good. Stay in touch. And press that like notification button because you're going to know when Secret Sister's back. Love ya.